Okay. C.B Smallwood here, and you're watching 100 Days of Making Comics. And today, I'm working on the second page of my comic, doing the pencils. I also have my 2-month-old son in my lap, well, on my knee actually. So it's going pretty good so far. But if I start to get quiet, it's because he's getting flustered. Because before I started recording, he was doing pretty good. But since I started talking, I think he's getting annoyed with me. So kind of limited right here, but basically these are, kind of like street hoodlums, bad guys, and they've been chasing this girl through the forest. It's a forest that has a graveyard, and so I'm kind of working on the trees and the shrubbery and stuff. Sometime in the fall, so there's going to be a few leaves and stuff on the trees. Yeah, and then some trees won't have leaves. And again, I apologize for being quiet. It's I truly am multitasking. I'm not just thinking up topics to talk about. I'm not just drawing, but I'm also having to hold Cooper here. He's getting very fidgety. Well, shucks. In my last video, I talked about like in my drawing studio and stuff like that I was working on, and this is the area that I'm actually drawing in right now, and it looks pretty good. Now it's not at like a super cool level just yet, but it's getting there, and it's not pimping yet. No, it ain't pimping. It's not cool, but what it lack ain't much, but it works. It works for me. I had some trouble too with my technical pencils because here lately I've become more and more picky with technical pencils because I've been kind of spoiled with using ink pens. It's got really fine, sharp points and stuff on them, and it's like, and I go over to the technical pencil side, and there is an element of that. That's true. But when you compare it to some of the ink pens that's out there that you can buy in the store, it's like night and day because, well, let me see if I can show you. Like, let me pump this out. Here's the lid on this, and then here's the lid on this one, and it's not really showing up really well, but the yellow quit getting mad. But the yellow technical pencil is a 0.7 lead, so it's a little thinner. And the really cool looking green pencil that I like is a 0.9, so it's a thicker lead. I like the appearance of this technical pencil, but I like what this one does because it gives me sharper lines. And what I really need is a 0.5 technical pencil. But, you know, that's on the to-do list, and I'll make do with what I got, you know. But anyway, I'm actually drawing from my studio here. Don't bite me, son. What are you doing? And shucks. I don't know if this is going to be a good video at all. But drawing from the studio, looking pretty good. Also, I mentioned that I have some new, well, not new equipment, but equipment I've not really used. I'm just going to start using it for my videos that I make for you all. And it's photography equipment that I had left over from when I was working on a magazine called the Warrior's Edge Martial Arts Magazine, which I was the publisher of. And, you know, what time I was working on it, I was the publisher, writer, photographer, editor. You know, shucks, you didn't. Ugh. The camera. What's happening here? Huh. So anyway, I was a guy of many hats, and it got a little too overwhelming for me, so I had to kind of like bow out, you know. Oof. But anyway, I had to bow out of doing the Warrior's Edge. I made it like 2 issues in. I may resume that sometime in the future, you know, because I love martial arts and everything associated with it for the most part. Besides, I really don't care much for the politics, but it's a different story. But anyway, but I had this photography equipment that I had that I never really used, and I'm going to start using it for my channels. And I got some cool stuff planned. I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute it or not, but I'm going to try. There. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly. I just want to say that thanks for all the followers and subscribers. Thanks for all the upvotes and the likes. And I appreciate everybody taking the time to come to my channel. And Cooper thanks you too. And I will see you all in the next video.